Okay. Just want to make sure, is my mic picking up on TikTok? Okay, no. Is that working now? Yes, it is. Okay. Hello. Welcome. I'm just going to be streaming for a little bit of drawing as per usual. I'm also streaming multi on YouTube as well, which I've not done previously. I've only multi-streamed Twitch and TikTok, but that was it. But I have like a channel and everything, so I'll see if I get surprised if anyone actually shows up on YouTube. If it's actually working, I'll have to check. I think it is. How do you check your own live on YouTube? View your channel. Ah, yes, it just says I'm streaming. Okay. I think, yeah. Just making sure that that's fine. I can't tell if that's too quiet on YouTube. But I have it full blast on my OBS, so that should be all good. Okay. I'm probably going to be just continuing with what I was doing before. But I did think it would be interesting if anyone gave me a request to draw something real quick as like a little sketch. Just anything that, I don't know, any character that. I'll do that at some point when some people have come in. But otherwise, I'll just, I'll continue with my designs. And have a conversation about things when people have come in. Yo! I haven't actually connected my iPad yet. Before, I was paying... I was looking for software that I could use so I could, like, stream my iPad to my PC, which I could then use to stream. You can just do that on Macs, because it's just, like, the compatibility with Apple's products. It's like you can just stream your iPad to a Mac, but you can't on Windows, because it doesn't have, like, the receiver thingy. Why is it not coming up? I'm about to restart, actually. I'm just trying to restart. But... I was like trying to find another software to do that, and there was like this really primitive software. I actually don't know how old it was, but it seemed to do the job of streaming my iPad to the PC, but it wasn't that great. The quality was quite low, but it did the job. But there was a premium version. It was like a one-time thing for like £16, so I bought it. And it was not that different, to be honest, really. And then I went to the Microsoft store and saw that someone released a much better version completely for free. So I tried to refund it, and I don't think I ever got a response from the company. Like, I emailed the company, I asked for a refund, and they never got back to me. So, yeah. So I just kind of took the L on that. Oh well. Why is my receiver not... Oh, I have to restart the app. Sometimes it like connects and then it just disconnects if it's like idling for too long, which is kind of annoying. I wish it just didn't do that. And then sometimes it just would not come back on. There we go. Right. Now I can move my thing over. Yay. Wonderful. This is what we were working on last. I I was cleaning up the sketch and adding some color, although it took me like 2 hours to do because I kept yammering on about things. So maybe I'll actually make some progress this time. Or I might switch it up and I might work on something else. Because I do have a commission that I could work on. But I'm trying not to do too much work stuff at the weekend. Because... excuse me. Because I'm trying to leave more commission work stuff for the actual weekdays. And sort of give the weekend the chance for me to kind of do my own stuff. Whether it's my comic, or working on my first suit, which I have worked on today. I did some more sewing. Or just playing games. Oh my god. I've literally just had dinner, so I keep on to clear my throat. Did you used to be fine, Slate, or am I tripping? No, that was me. No, I changed my name quite a bit ago. This is what I was kind of expecting for, like, streaming on YouTube, because, like, I know that subscribers who have just kind of, like, who has been subscribed to me, like, 6-7 years ago, and then seeing me stream, it's like brushing off the dust, being like, who the hell, what the hell, what? He's alive? So yeah, but I'm not the kind of content creator that I used to be. 6-7. Shut up. I'm not the content creator I used to be. I watched. See, it's interesting when some people kind of who used to watch my videos sort of like come back to either like my accounts that I used frequently, whether it's my. Oh my god, yeah, my super farm video. Yeah. Yeah. Someone not too long ago, I think they messaged me on Twitter, or they replied to a post of mine, and they said that they wanted me to... like, I think they were asking me about that story time of a ripoff artist, which is like the first video I made that blew up. And they were, because I privated all those videos ages ago, and they were like, I could have sworn you made a video about like a story time, and I wanted to like clarify it with a friend, and I was like, yeah, that I did make that, so I made it back public so they could watch the video again. I don't think I ever made it back. I don't think I put it back to private. I think it's still on my channel, but I probably should put it back to private at some point. I just wanted to give them enough time if they wanted to archive it or they just wanted to watch the video. If anyone ever wants to watch those videos, I can just like temporarily make them public again, but I try to keep them private because I'm not... they don't represent me anymore. Those were old videos, and I don't stand by anything that I said in those videos. But I went back and I watched my original characters video earlier today, and it was just awful. It was just so bad. I just sounded terrible. Yeah. I still go back and I watch like my SCP Containment Breach Let's Play though from time to time, because that genuinely makes me laugh, because I was just kind of like, I don't know, I was being just really stupid in that Let's Play, and I was just kind of like abusing the cuss words I was just like swearing every like 2 seconds and just being really random with everything. And I guess it's like that kind of like immaturity that makes me laugh sometimes still. Like, I don't think I could pull that off again. I'm glad you're doing good and I feel so old. I know, I'm sorry. That was 8 years ago. When I was doing videos on YouTube, that was 8 years ago. Was it 2017? 2018? So yeah. I'm not saying it again. 7 to 8 years ago. So yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. I also noticed that like the way that I sounded as well, like it almost sounded like I was like slurring my words, like I couldn't like say things properly. I don't know. I just noticed that in some of my old videos. But then again, I could be doing it now, and I just not been noticing it until I hear my voice in playback. I think it was 12/13. I just turned 20 the first of the month. Oh well, happy belated birthday. I think yeah, most of my videos that blew up were like 2017, 2018. Yeah, crazy. It was such a long time ago. But I've always kind of like thought about if I wanted to go back and make more videos. But every time I do, I just... I just don't think I can come up with anything worth making a video about. So, your art stylist, did you hear me out? By the way, I've been planning to learn anatomy and animal studies. Ooh, thank you so much. That sounds fun. Yeah, you should. Become a furry artist, haha. Yeah, no, it's very helpful. I hope it goes well for you. I still do go back and I do studies all the time. I never try to, like I always try to keep in the habit of going back and doing actual like studies and stuff like that. Keeps the brain refreshed. I also try to use more references as well when I do drawings. It's just a huge difference. Sometimes I kind of get to like, I get to like there's too much pride in the way, and I always think that like, oh, I shouldn't be using them because that means that like I don't know, I'm a phony. I don't know, but I really want to learn how to draw furries in general, but I'm scared people would like. I'm not gonna lie, it is brutal on social media when it comes to like new artists. I won't lie. Hi, Captain Astral. That's how you doing? Long time no see. Nice progress on the drawing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was about to make like the cigarette joke, being like, haven't heard that name in a while, Captain Astral. But no, I not good. I feel so bad about like new artists on social media nowadays. Like especially on TikTok, people are brutal on here. Like I've come across some, you know, beginner artists posting their stuff, and everyone in the comments is just so unhinged. So unhinged. Like, go to Tumblr. Start on Tumblr, for God's sake. Like, they're really nice there. When I started off in 2014 on Tumblr, my artwork was like, if I posted my old artwork to TikTok, if like I just started now, or if TikTok existed back then, I would be ripped to shreds. I hope you're doing good as well. I'm great. I'm really, really well, thank you. I should really good in some clothes. Someone earlier said illegal ass drawing. It's because he's in the nude. I need to give him like a barista outfit. How scandalous, I know. No sound detected? Wait, is there audio playing on, Can you hear music? This is on the TikTok side. What's happening? Whoa. Oh, it just froze then. I'm pretty sure it was playing when last time I checked. What is this character that you're drawing? Is it one of your characters that you made, or is it someone else's? It's one of mine. Yes, yes, very music. Is it too loud? I genuinely can't tell. It's fine for me, but like if it's obnoxiously loud, like it's like the same kind of. No, no, it's good. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's this was one of mine. I'm working on a comic series called Riley. I'll show you the front cover. It's called Riley's Tales on Backwards. He is the main character, and I have some writing for it. And welcome, Jen Singh. Thank you for joining again. Yeah, so originally I had a lot of these characters I designed ages ago. That was like 2 years ago. I was going to make a furry VN in inspiration after I read Ad Astra in the Smoke Room. And I wanted to make my own. And I drew loads and loads of characters. And Riley was originally called Rudy, but I kind of like the name Riley a little bit more. But everyone else's names are still the same. Arlo, Donovan. AJ is new. I still have yet to design this character. He's brand new. But I had a bunch of previously made characters. There's like one called Dimitri, one was called Kofi. I had this huge lineup, and the VN was going to be called Dark Waters. It was going to be like a horror kind of VN with furry characters. But as I was writing it, it just became so complicated, and the writing I was not liking at all. And recently I was like, I was watching a bunch of shows, and I just thought to myself, like, maybe I could make like a comic series and just, excuse me, and just be a bit more like slice of life. And just make it a bit more like, I think I mentioned this in the previous stream. There's like this ongoing like comic series that keeps popping up on TikTok called Normalsville, and I kind of like the vibe of that. That's a little bit more comedic than this is, but it's that kind of like slice of life that people seem to be really into, and I wanted to sort of try and do the same thing. Riley looks so awesome. I'm going to draw him now. Oh my god, thank you. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. I definitely need to put some clothes on him, but yeah, I was yeah, it was gonna be a VN, like a horror sort of situation, and I just sort of gave up on it. It just wasn't working out, but I still remembered the characters. Like, should I tag you when I draw him? Yeah, you're free to tag me if you want. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. That'd be much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you. Right, I'm gonna see if I can give him some clothes. I kind of wanted to give him. It needs to be in sort of like maybe like a hoodie, but I'm not sure what color. He's gonna have like a casual outfit, and he's gonna have one with like a barista sort of outfit. It would be so funny if I did go through my old artwork. Well, actually, technically, one of my videos I did post on my TikTok did show some of my really old stuff, and it's like a time lapse sort of progress throughout the years. So I did show some of them, but some of my older ones. How do you sketch that so quickly? The hell? One of the things I try not to do is lift my pencil or lift the pen when I'm sketching. I'm only just focusing on like very quick sort of gesture sort of lines. I try to sort of basically sculpt a shape without trying to lift up the pen. Sometimes I do lift it up, sometimes I don't, but it does help. I don't know. I feel like everything feels a bit more connected when I try to like put down strokes without lifting the pencil. That is like a common practice you can do when you're doing studies. Try not to lift your pencil and just draw your reference all in one stroke. No, go for it. Yeah, still the method. If it helps you, that is. Like, it helps me. If it doesn't help you, that's okay. But it's just what I do. It just helps me, like, I don't know. I tried to think of sketching as sort of like carving and sculpting. And be able to sort of, like, build like a 3D perspective on whatever I'm drawing. But it's never perfect, like, every time. So I do tend to, like, erase and then redo it. I saw someone, because I'm an avid canvas flipper. I do it all the time. And I remember someone was like, what did they say? They said, I don't understand why people flip the canvas so much. I just kind of draw, and I don't need to flip the canvas. And it's like, well, I guess good for you. That's kind of a flex, because when I'm drawing something, especially if it's something that requires it to be symmetrical, like if you're doing like a front face portrait, if you're doing like something that the character's looking directly, you know what I mean? Like, it's like has to be symmetrical. Like the not a 3/4 view. Like, if you don't flip that if you forget to flip that canvas, it will just look awful. Everything will look skewed. But I don't know if that's like that's just what happens. At least when I'm drawing, like it happens every time. I feel like it needs to be baggier. His waist has got the yeah. He's a little skinny. Yeah, he does have a little bit of an out. Wait, no, that's not his. This bit here is not his. It would be this bit here. That's where his This is just like white fur. That would actually be funny if he was that skinny. Oh yeah, that's a lot baggy. I kind of prefer that. I kind of do want him to wear like a baggy top, so maybe like his undershirt can kind of appear underneath the hoodie or something. I should actually look at some hoodies and like clothing. I need to do some studies of like clothing folds, because I don't do that very often. I'm not the best at it. Just draw a bunch of triangles and it will work out. I'm trying to think if I want to give them some, like, what kind of pants do I want to give them? I do want them to be kind of baggy as well. What's the tip you would give someone new to drawing? This is always a hard question, because obviously a lot of people would just say, just do studies. Just pick up a pencil and start drawing. I'm trying to think of something that I would tell myself years ago. And I think something that does come to mind that I've discovered recently, and I apologize if this is difficult to understand. When you're using lines to sketch, I try to use these lines as a way to, like, construct the 3D shape, like, by giving the lines every sense, like, a sense of direction. Like, you wouldn't gain much visual sort of, like, information. Like, nothing will go into your head if you're, let's say if I'm referencing this headshot, for example, and I'm, like, doing this. Like, I would try to use my lines not as, like, so flat, if that makes sense. Like, I always, when I'm doing studies, I always try to find the contours of something. But this might actually be a very complex thing, I don't know, when it comes to being new. I would start off with very basic shapes. Cubes. Even drawing circles. Drawing circles over and over like this. You get used... It starts training your wrist on drawing confident lines. Because obviously, if you're new to drawing, you're going to start doing chicken scratches. Because you're not accustomed to drawing... you have to, like, kind of build up that confidence. Are you British or Australian? I'm British. I just have a weird accent. I hope that helps. It's a very complicated thing, but I try to use my lines and give them a sense of direction. I think that's why there was, like, one tutorial, and when you're drawing body parts, like an arm or a leg, they say to use triangles, because triangles give a sense of direction more than an oval. And that's kind of, like, what I'm trying to say. So if I'm going on this headshot, for example, I'm always constructing the lines based on the contour of it. I can see that, like, that's, like, the bridge of the snout, and then that's, like, the mouth there, and then I do this as well. This, like, it will wrap around the chin. There's, like, the, I don't know what that you call that kind of bit of your neck where your Adam's apple is, and it kind of goes over like that. That's on the line. Do you see what I mean? This is what I do when I do studies. Like, I always try to find the contours in everything. And I also will use, like, these, like, parallel shading lines. Because lines don't have to be, like, straight line. Like, they don't have to... When you're doing things like these parts, where in the lighting, you would see that there would be a little bit of a shadow here or a shadow here. I would use lines to kind of communicate that form instead of a straight line. Does that make sense? Sometimes I do that. It just gives it a sense of direction. Sometimes I just do that. It helps. It helps me at the very least, but yeah. I hate when people hate on furries for no reason. Sometimes we deserve it. But I just, at this point, I just ignore it. I just like drawing this shit. And if people think that's weird and whatever, I like doing it, and I'm not hurting anyone by drawing this thing, so Most people, most people in the community, they whatever they're doing, it may be weird, but it's at the end of the day, it's not hurting anybody. So people don't have to understand everything. That's the thing. That's why the thing people have like have an issue with so much stuff is because they don't understand it, and that makes them kind of irritated that they don't understand it, and then they immediately turn to just hate because they can't think and they can't understand like other people do. And sometimes it's like that just kind of frustrates people, and the only thing that they can have as an outlet to that is just to hate on other people. But there are many things I don't understand, but I don't understand why. Oh no, I can't say that. I'm trying to think of an example without sounding too political. I don't understand how people like certain foods. I don't get mad at them. It's just what they like. That's a very basic kind of comparison, but like, true that finest. Well, it's just like, I don't know. It just annoys me because they aren't providing any, like, why do they care? They're not providing any substance to, like, just move on. Like, you're not gonna bother me. So, I'm Riley's #1 fan now, by the way. What if he was, like, the biggest dick? What if he was, like, a huge asshole? He sort of is, in a way. But I guess that's what makes him interesting as a character in the story. I can read out his bio. I did write a bio for him. I'm still working on it, but I can read it out. Okay, this is what I've got for him. Riley is the main character. He's 24. He's a skunk trying to run a successful food business called the Skunk and Dunk. Selling pastries out of his van in the busy city after attending college, studying food tech, although he's quite unorganized and dealing with personal issues, especially after his breakup with his ex Malachi. I haven't designed him yet. He does have an old design, but I haven't redrawn him yet. He currently lives at his parents' house, although the parents aren't present, only really having a father in the picture, and most of the time he's away on business. I might change that because I feel like it's a bit too cliche. At least he doesn't have to pay rent, as his father's quite wealthy. Although quite lonely, he allowed his college friend Arlo to live with while the rat is working to become a solicitor. This one is Arlo down here. Riley tends to get a bit carried away when he's having fun, getting drunk at gatherings, eyeing up every guy he meets, which causes some feuds with his group of friends. Riley can be stoic, sometimes emotionless towards people, dealing with many situations in his past and focusing on his own personal issues. He can come across as blunt and forward, which, in this story, has led to some serious problems. He shows insecurities with himself, being a skunk, and the many stereotypes the species has in society, but sometimes mistakes others' repulsiveness for his smell and not his treatment towards others. So basically, a lot of thing with Riley is like, he sometimes thinks that people don't like him because of the stereotypes of being a skunk. It's like, ew, you smell, you know, that's like one of the stereotypes. But that's not actually the case at all. He thinks he's being a victim because of his own self. But it's actually his personality that is the problem. It was nothing to do with his physical self. It was nothing to do with the stereotypes being a skunk. He's just a terrible person. He just treats people awfully. And he slowly learns that throughout the story. He sort of kind of keeps victimizing himself. Being like, well, people hate me anyway because I'm a skunk. It's like, no, they never hated you like that in the first place. People just don't like you because you don't treat them well. So. Hi, Jude. Sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. Hello. Thanks. I have a minimal description for Arlo. There's not really much about him. It's just him just wanting to... he's studying, becoming a solicitor, and getting into being a lawyer. Lives with Riley. Shall I show you some of the comic? I sketched some of the comic. I'll show you. So I have this first page lined. Who's AJ? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm so happy you guys are interested in this. Holy shit. So AJ is he's going to be really, really minor character, but he's also going to be very significant in the story. So AJ, please ignore just the sketch. I kind of went a bit far in his sketch. AJ is kind of like the character that shows up at the very beginning, and you don't see him throughout the entire arc, I would say, and then you see him at the very end. So AJ is just this random guy who meets Riley in a supermarket, but to Riley's perspective, he reminds him so much of his ex, Malachi, because they're both tigers, and because of an awful breakup and them being exes, he's still dealing with a lot of feelings and a lot of issues that even just a tiger looking like Malachi, any other tiger, just sends him into a whole anxious panic and cannot deal with it. So there was a situation in the story where they do find him in the supermarket and he has like an awkward interaction with them. And even though AJ is like a really, really nice person, he was just like, oh my god, I can't even look at him. Like, he looks him in the eye once and he immediately just like freaks out. So so that was that at the very beginning. That's one of the last times you would see AJ. And then throughout further into the story, when everything goes wrong, everything bad is happening, he's fell out with all of his friends, Riley's in the worst state possible, and is about to shut up his I don't know, his food truck. He's at the worst possible moment, and he sees AJ again. And he is in such the lowest point that the only person who he's interacted with that he's not fucked over but knows someone is AJ. And they both sit down on the curb, maybe they're sharing a pastry or something like that, and Riley is just like, my life fucking sucks, I hate this, I hate all of it. And he's just venting. Like, he would keep all of his feelings to himself all the time. He would not even tell his friends. And even though he fell out with his friend, like, everything goes wrong, you know, he's just letting all of this out to AJ. And he doesn't even know him properly. And he was just like, you know, I freaked out on you before because you remind me of Malachi, my ex. But at this point, I'm done. This is ridiculous. Like, and he just pours everything out into AJ. And AJ will just listen and just be like, that really sucks. But I'm here. I don't know you. I just saw that you have your pastry shop, and I finally found it because you mentioned that before. But that sucks, and I'm here to listen. I don't even know who you are, but I'll listen. So this sounds interesting. I hope you haven't written down. This is all in my head, like the things I plan to do, but I have written out like a lot of the story so far. So one of my biggest inspirations for this is a show called Fleabag. You might have come across it because it's the Claire, it's French. Or I look like a pencil. Tell the truth. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. It's modern. Don't lie. I'm not. I look like a pencil. So Fleabag, I've watched that a few times, like throughout, and it's fantastic. It is such a good show. It is really good. And I love the writing in it. And that has been one of my biggest inspirations for this story. So, and I hope I can continue with it. I'd really like to keep it going because I do have a lot of ideas on what I'd like to do with this story. Anyway, so yeah, this is the first page. It took a few attempts for me to line it because I tried to figure out which kind of style I wanted, kind of lines. I hate doing line art. It's one of my worst nightmares, but I have kind of discovered a good way to do all of this. So so I basically did all the sketching in Procreate, and then I moved it to Clip Studio where I could actually create like the panels, and then I ported it back to Procreate to line it. And okay, so here is the So that's the original sketch of the first page. And then here's like a second page. He's like getting out of bed. He's like waking up. There's Arlo already awake. He's making himself a coffee. They're talking about, oh, you should make a chocolate orange pastry. You should make that for your food truck. He's currently dealing with like some bad business right now. Like he's got you'll see he has some letters on the kitchen counter, and it's from the van rental company being like, you haven't paid your rent, you haven't paid your bills. He's like, fuck, I need to do this, like, I need to actually start making some money at my food pastry. But he's got the license for his van in a specific area, and they've opened a new coffee shop. So like, he's losing a lot of business because of the cafe. So I think that in the first part of the story, he tries to set up a meeting so he can get a new license to like set up shop somewhere else. But he ends up going with Donovan to a rock concert that is hosted by Dimitri. That's another character who has a band. I don't remember if there's an actual name for the band yet, but they go to the concert, they get VIP access, they watch the gig, and then they go to an after party. Riley gets incredibly drunk. He gets really, really, really drunk. He may do some things while he's really, really drunk. He forgets his keys. He isn't able to go back home because Arlo goes out of town. So he's like, oh, you better remember your keys because I won't be here. He forgets his keys. Can't get back in. Donovan takes back to his place. Maybe something happens. What do you mean things? I'm not saying anything. I haven't figured that bit out yet. I'm still deciding, but and he oversleeps and he misses his meeting. And he's all like, oh fuck. So yeah, that's what I've currently got planned in the story at the moment. But you'll learn over time in the story that Riley's a huge fuck up. Like, he wants to lock in and take like his food business seriously, but he gets too distracted and wants to indulge in alcohol, possibly drugs, men, different stuff, you know. He loves to feel stimulated in the moment and validated. Did I give the band a name? I'm gonna have to see. There's another character I have. It's a Tasha, female, 27, a calico cat, works at the newly opened coffee shop. Her dream is to be a guitarist in the band, which ties in at some point in the story with Dimitri's band, but for the time being complacent with her barista job, despite not really enjoying it, but just making ends meet. I feel like there's going to be a moment where one of the band members gets really sick of Dimitri and is just like, I'm sick of this, I'm quitting, because Dimitri's like, he's so full of himself. Like, once he gets popular in his band, he gets really full of himself and just becomes this, like, he thinks it's a hot shot and stuff, and he's just becomes an asshole towards everyone else. So I think one of the band members quit, and then Tasha comes in and takes their place. And I think maybe Tasha has, like, a little bit of a, what's the word? Something, she has a good attitude to, like, put people in their place, like Dimitri. I did give them a name, like a name of a song they did called Burnt Scales, which is because Dimitri is a frilled lizard. Did I not? I don't think I gave them a name. I think because I wanted there to be a situation where, like, Donovan wants the band to be called, like, Donovan and the something, like he's just, the band is just him. But, like, all the other band members feel a little bit left out and they don't feel credited for being, like, they don't feel like they're part of the band because it's all about Dimitri. So I think that's why I haven't chosen a proper name for them yet. So I think I started thinking about this like 3 weeks ago, I think. Like, crazy. I just kind of started you know, it's just one of those ideas where you can just, like, it just kind of comes naturally in your head, but it's the actual execution part that's the thing, is like, will it actually work in the long term? I do have another like story, like comic series that I wanted to do, but that one's a lot more complicated. And I've been thinking about that one for years. Um, but I wanted to do something that was a bit more simple, like a slice of life. You better make more comics, right? Yeah. But yeah, that one's called. I've made a lot for that. It's called The Strongest Mouse, and did I hold on? There he is. So this is the main character called Rin. He's a he's a fighter. He really looks up to. He's very inspired by Hunter x Hunter. I made another piece somewhere, didn't I? Oh, there it is. Yeah. This one's a little bit more like fantasy with animal characters. Um, but there's like a little band, little group of people. This is Rin. There's a lizard kind fish character called Arius, and then there's a pangolin called what's his name? Oh no. Oh god, what's his name? I swear I did some drawings at some point. But yeah, there's a pangolin, like a lizard, and a mouse. You actually have finished drawings? I'd have some, like, I don't think I have them on here. 1 second. Let me see. Let me just go back to this. I'm gonna see if I can pull up some of the actual drawings that I did of the Strongest Mouse. Balfa, that's what I call him, Balfa. Can I just drag these on? I don't understand why OBS does that. It kind of just disappears. I don't really know why. But if you saw that very briefly, that was that was Arius. File not found. That's weird. It's like the image just deletes itself. It's very bizarre. Let me just do it to my desktop and see if that works. Okay, so this is Arius. Very outdated drawing. We've got Balfa. He's a pangolin. I changed his weapon so it's more like a spiky bat, I think. And I have a couple of like minor characters as well, but I've done like a whole Bible and everything of this. Like, I was gonna do it, but the thing is, it's like this whole thing is like it's massive. It's like a huge project, so I've never like gone too far into it. I'll show like the design sheet for Rin as well. There we go. But these are really old drawings. I think these are like 2020, I think. So it's like a few years ago. I like the concept of him having a spear. I think didn't I sketch him? I think I was doing like a figure drawing or a sketch or something like that. Yeah, I never finished it, but that was what I was, oops, I forgot, sorry, I'll turn that off. I was working on this. I wanted to give the spear, like, shells and, like coral and stuff like that to give him more of, like, a water-themed design. Because it's, like, very basic. But I couldn't tell what kind of species I wanted him to be, because I wanted him to have sort of, like, water vibes, but, like, he was supposed to be a lizard. So I'm trying to think of, like, a fish kind of like, you know, like side-on kind of species. Do you know when you have like your own like characters and like a story and stuff? Like an axolotl? I could do that actually, yeah. An axolotl was probably good. Huh? What? Apparently I've been suspended for gifting for 10 minutes on TikTok for suggestive behavior content. Sexually suggestive, huh? How? What did I do? When it comes to line art, I'm not a fan of it either, and that's why I changed my art style to be lineless. Yeah, that's what I did too. Yeah. I like to do a lot of like rendering and stuff like that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why they've. Why did TikTok do that? What for? I'm still not really sure I got this restriction. I mean, I don't get really gifts anyway, but... Oh my god, wait. Is that from today? Thank you, JJ? Did you send me, like, gifts and stuff? Thank you so much. I didn't see all those. Thank you for the rose and the capybara. I really appreciate it. I'm really just, sorry. My live does not contain the content mentioned in the piece. Okay. I'll just do that. I don't know what happened though. Hi, Charismatic. Thank you for coming back. Just want to pop and say hi before I go take a shower. Enjoy your shower. Okay, yeah. I always get them. Like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what would be a restriction. What would be, like, sexually suggestive. What did I... what? Was it my drawings? I don't know. I think I did, like, one of my, what did I do? I posted something on my TikTok story, and it was a screenshot. Oh, yeah, it was because I did a... I think I did a drawing or something like that. And Cheetan, like, the official account... Is it Cheetan? It's, like, the mascot? The official account like reposted or liked one of my posts, like one of my artworks, and I took a screenshot and I posted that to my story and was like, oh my god, Cheetan like liked my work, and then TikTok took it down and it said it violated community guidelines, and it never gave me a reason why. And then I appealed it, and then it was just like, yeah, this was an error, sorry. It was like, what the fuck? What was that? What was the problem? I don't understand what the problem was. At first I thought maybe it was like doxing of some kind, because it was like my notifications. But that seems a little extreme, isn't it? I need some references of like cargo trousers, because that's kind of what I want to give him. That's kind of cool. Okay. I might have made them too big. Whoops. We have reviewed your live in content and restored gifting. See, so it was an error. So it was an automatic error. I didn't do diddly squat. I'm just an artist trying to make a living. Or something and something or something. I think you'd do really, really good with some like red Converse or something. But I'll have to see. I don't know how to draw shoes. Like, I need to draw more, like, I need to do more studies of, like, clothing and stuff like that. I barely do it. Is that same playlist still playing? Or is this different? What is playing now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the DS and Wii Fruitiger Arrow stuff. This sounds like Nintendogs. What? We have detected inactivity. Can you go away? This is like a game. It's not gonna make sure that I'm keeping track of my live due to inactivity. I'm just drawing. Um. Hmm. Oh, I did forget to mention, by the way, if um, anybody is interested in the comic, I did post on Patreon. It should be, if you're a free member, you can join as like a free member. You can read like the first like 3 pages that I've written for the comic. Oh, what am I doing? I'm coloring this wrong. Riley looks cool. Thank you. I do want to give him a very lazy, casual sort of fit. And then he just wears an apron over on top of him. I don't know if I want to get like too detailed into things, just because I don't think it's like very necessary. Just kind of want to like sketch out, give him some very basic outfits and very basic color, and that should be okay for the comics when I actually do color them and follow like an actual reference. Now the question is, do I give him... I kind of don't want to give him that color of shirt though. I kind of do like that teal on him. Although I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to teal. I always give them like the shaggy outfit, like the shaggy colors, green top, brown trousers. I did give him a piercing as well. I could probably just add that on top. kind of do like that orange as like a accent or something. That kind of gives me, actually, I kind of want to give him like orange Converse. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fond of that. Don't know whether to give like his cargo like a secondary color. Yeah, I like that. I need to make a logo uh for his like pastry place. That'll probably go on the apron. You bring the corset, we bring the cinches. No one wants a waist over 9 inches. Always think about that every time I draw an apron. Always think about them. I think that would be. I'm just gonna put like a coffee cup or something. Maybe like a pastry, something there. That would be a to be determined logo. Nothing's been going on. I was just thinking about like the person who like has the apron and like ties it around their waist, and they have such like a snatched waist and like an hourglass figure. It's like no one wants a waist over 9 inches, and I think about that every single time I draw an apron. No wonder why your pastry business isn't getting much business, because you're just copying the Starbucks apron. He just like steals one from a Starbucks and just iron patches on his own logo onto the apron. don't know whether it to be darker or brighter. I don't want the values to be too merged with what he's currently got. I think that's the problem. I think I'll leave that for now. He looks so sleepy. He is. He's very, very tired. Someone like noticed that a lot with my artwork. It's like, oh yeah, looks good. Why does he look so sad though? It's like the goat drawing that I did that got like quite a lot of popularity on Twitter, and I swear someone was like, "Oh, the drawing's so good. Why does he look so sad though?" And he was shirtless, and I just said, what did I say? I was like, oh, someone stole his shirt. Cool art. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that's a pretty decent reference of design. I think I'm okay with that for now. Actually, I don't know if I'm liking that color. I kind of like the pink with the blue though. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. He's got the sissy pink. That actually would be kind of like a funny thing about like he wants the place to smell really nice, but he's a skunk. Oh, that would actually be funny if like some part of the story he loses his business temporarily, and he's like, oh, well, at least I can work at a cafe or something like that, and he ends up working at like a maid cafe or like a proper like Sugoi Sakura like anime thing. And he has to wear like all pink. That would actually be very funny in the story. I'll have to write that down. I'll have to note that. That has to be like just temporarily, like he loses his truck and is like, God, I gotta make some money somehow. And he just gets like objectified. Being in like a maid apron or a maid outfit, all in pink. But the downside would be he would want to get noticed by the men, but he's always getting noticed by the women in the cafe. So he's like, oh, this sucks. I can't even. I'm not even getting noticed by the people who I like. Okay. I think I might be done for that design for the time being. I was just gonna like finish off the stream by just sketching something really fast or something. What the hell? Wait, what? Since when could you do that? I didn't know you could do that. Well, that's insane. I didn't know you could. Did I just see furry feet? No. No, what are you talking about? No? Where? There's a figure drawing there. Okay. I was like, no, because you can't see anything. What are you talking about? I was gonna go through some of my old artwork, like something really, really old, because I was like looking at my really old stuff, and I was like thinking, is there something that I could redraw and just see how the improvement goes? Personal files, my artwork. I have a bunch of really old stuff on here. Oh my god, I haven't drawn Tokoyami in so long. I could draw Tokoyami. My drawings are in this folder is so random. So random. I drew an animatronic Slenderman at one point. Wait, should I show? Oh my god. Wait. Oops. How do I? This was... When did I draw this? I drew this on the 14th of December 2014. Look at that bad boy. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, I'm just deleting a bunch of the images and stuff. Obviously I drew loads of FNAF stuff. Should I just draw Foxy? I haven't drawn Foxy in such a long time. I drew Springtrap recently, but... Okay. Wait, is there one that I can like show an old one that I did? Like put it in the corner and be like, I'll just redraw that. Oh my god. All I thought, oh, I could like just, I'll just put in one of my oldest Foxy drawings of Foxy. That was a good one. Okay. Oh god. Oh, the colouring is awful. Okay. I'll put it in the corner there. Can't really see. Oh wait, shall I move this? Where shall I move that? Shall I put it there? I'll just put it there for now. So, let's see how... Oh my god, it's... Right. I'll just draw a little bounding box just to kind of put everything in here as a thumbnail. I'm going to turn down the background color as well, just to grey. Okay. What if he just casually got his arm on his waist? I'm trying to figure out like a pretty decent pose to kind of do this in. I'm just gonna make that a little bit smaller, it's a bit too big. I have big side floofs, don't I? Actually, a bit. I thought it'd kind of be better if actually if the. What side is his claw on? I never actually thought about that. Hold on. Is it on his? Oh, okay. It's on his right arm. No, I can't really. Unless I flip it. No. I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have the hook, not the claw, a hook on his. Because I was gonna do something like his claw here or something like that, and just kind of have his hand here instead. I forgot to say what he looks like. Okay. I think that's too big. A bit smaller. Droid animatronics is actually when, like, back in the day, has, like, sort of helped a lot when it comes to, like, breaking down shapes and actually, like, learning kind of anatomy and sort of how to simplify it. Because all of their, like, I mean, the way that the people drew animatronics back in, like, the Tumblr days, like 2014, it will kind of, like, roughly have, like, the same kind of like format of how they were, like, drawn. So that helped quite a lot, to be honest. Kind of wanted to give him, like, a more stretched out kind of... Yeah, I like that a lot more. Wait, would that actually be the side of his... God damn it, that would be the side of his... No, I can raise it. I'll raise it. I'll raise the eye patch. Oh my god, hi RJ, I didn't see your message. I know, doesn't it? Oh, the memories. Every single person is my enemy. Spare the treachery. Everybody wanted me, my enemy. I hate how easy some people make drawing look like. I'm sorry. I mean, that art in the top right corner, when does that date? I think that dates to 2015, I'm guessing. The 4th of January 2015. So that was over 10 years ago. Ooh. I hate that. I could probably go back to this piece. I actually kind of like how it's looking. Do a little 10-year difference. 1987, actually. Oh my god, hi Toho. I know, I don't... I kind of want to do it a bit more often, just kind of like nice little drawing streams of just like random, you know, random doodling and stuff like that. I was only just doing it on TikTok, but I spoke with a friend and he said, oh, you should like multi-stream to YouTube. And I was like, I do have like a 26k subscriber YouTube channel that's probably like, that would actually entice people to like come in and just be like, wow, I haven't seen you upload or do anything in the past 6 years. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Nice PE and GTuber avatar, thank you. I was working on making another one, but I never got around to it. I do want to make a VTuber. But it looks like so much effort. Like, I'm wondering if I can just provide the artwork and commission someone to make one for me. Because, like, I can't... there's not enough space in my brain to learn how to do live 2D. Other than that, I was going to model my own... Like, make a 3D model of my Sona and use VR capture. Seeing the sketch of Foxy in his current art style you have makes him more intimidated. I was gonna say, he looks really happy and just really goofy in my old one, and now I've made it really scary. V2 avatar is an entirely scary beast to master. I know. Yeah, they just... I can do a shitty rig. I could probably do it in Toon Boom. I could have sworn that I knew, like, a content creator that did their, like, tuber in Toon Boom, but I don't know how... If you can actually do that. No, I don't think you can, no. No, I'm sure, no. I think that actually might have been... Was that After Effects? I don't know, I forgot. I can only do rigs in Toon Boom, but that's not... That wouldn't even provide me any sort of thing, so... Yeah. Do you think the video still exists? It was by... What was his name? It was a Bluebird. Wait a minute. Bluebird furry content creator. He did a bunch of story times. Was he called What's his name? I'll put story times. I know it's a whip, but I'm gonna eat it, okay. Gobble that, gobble it up. Gobble it up. Go ahead. What? Damn. Never mind. He did, but never mind. But I could have sworn he did like a stream once, and he made like a PNG tuber, but he rigged it. Like, I don't know if he rigged it in After Effects, so he didn't use Live 2D. He used something else. I was like, you can do that? I swear he used like After Effects. It might have used Character Animator, I think, actually. You know, Adobe Character Animator. I think they used that. Was he called Arlo? Did I like accidentally name one of my characters out of a content creator? No, it's not. He's not called Arlo. Never mind. Yeah, like because a comic series I'm working on, I have a character called Arlo, and I thought I like subconsciously named the character after like that one YouTuber. I can't remember his name. Oh, it's gonna really bug me now. Who did he do like story times with? Did he? Was he involved with like Majira Strawberry? Oh, I would have thought that like maybe I would have subscribed to him like like ages ago, but I can't. Oh my god, Power Jam! I haven't heard that name in so long. This has been going to my old subscribers. I wonder what Power Jam is doing. Like I'm like it does sound familiar, doesn't it? It's like he was a furry blue bird, and he did story times, and he was like animations, like rigged animations of like story times. He was a blue bird. Maybe he was like a pelican. Was he? No. No. Was he? No. Anyway. I'm gonna keep streaming until like Barley joins, so they can show him the drawing that I did. That's why I streamed again. Just doing like day one until Barley comes in and I can show him the drawing, and then like my life will be complete, and then I can just like stop streaming. That actually just reminded me, Toho. Are you and the other guy still doing that podcast? I forgot his name. Don't tell him. I'm sorry. Berchacho. This is no, the other one. I would not forget Tim's name. No. Can you remember you guys like doing like podcast stuff? But I couldn't remember if like you had some like technical things going on. I don't know if you're watching the stream now, Kelly, but the reason why is because like I just don't have any audience over on Twitch. I'm only streaming on YouTube and TikTok. Twitch I just don't really get anywhere, I don't think. I feel like it's too saturated with like gaming streams. I feel like an art stream on YouTube / TikTok is like a lot better. Yeah, Ram. Oh. Welcome back. Yeah, I was just like, so the top right corner is a drawing that I did in 2015, and this is like the sketch that I've done to sort of like do like, oh, this is 10 years now have come by, and this is now how I would draw him to this day. I'm very much winging his sort of my own style of animatronic-y robots situation at this point. But yeah, I think you could actually do with a better hand though. Yeah. One of my habits is I press on really hard. My good old hand tremors. The tapping of your pencil and the papery noises are very pleasing. Yeah, that can be heard? Really? I didn't know you could hear that. I do have a screen protector on my iPad that's got like a matte texture. It's worn off, I need to replace it, but it does provide like a friction to the surface, like a textured matte surface, so it feels little like less slippery, because obviously an iPad screen is just glass, so it's like it's really slippery on its own, but this screen protector that I have like makes it feel more like a tablet, like a drawing tablet. Still boggles my mind how far your art has evolved. Oh, thank you, Toho. You're so sweet. Thank you. It's the only quality I have. Rule number 1: never get attached to your drawings. How's you and Jamie? We're good. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, we're great. Taking care of a little cat, and yeah, just enjoying our time together. Yeah, it's got to that point, like it's been like so long. They're just like, yeah, that's all I can really say. We're good. Yeah. Are you drawing my Shayla? Yes. My Shayla. I'm not too like I'm not a huge like fan um of Hot Diggity Demon, but I gotta admit, I think I recently came across his like the FNAF video that he did, the animated FNAF parody, and I do like those designs. Like I can't deny those designs. I do really like them, but I don't really like the guy. Thank you so much for the comment. That's really nice of you. I have not really attempted to like make a comic properly before. Usually I would like want to do it, and then I would sort of like never publicize them, or I just like kind of give up. I kind of get a bit too critical about everything and just kind of like, you know, it just kind of never goes anywhere. So I'd have like very little experience in like comics, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. Like I was getting really ahead of myself, and I was like asking my friend, I was like, oh, do you think I could like, because they were gonna do set up like an artist alley thing at a con, and I was like, do you think if I could print my comic, could you sell them at your panel this year? And I was just like getting really ahead of myself on that, but I think that that's like way far ahead. I feel like I should actually like make the comic first before I think about anything like that. Just trying to do some erasing and just try to clean this up a little bit. So I think like they were going to Denver in Colorado this year in August, I think. But I won't be going to that one. But I am attempting to go to Midwest Fur Fest in December again, because I went this December just gone, and I had such an amazing time. Such an amazing time. It was fantastic. I want to go back. I want to experience it again. So, fingers crossed, I have the money to do so. I did have a job. I was working for a studio. I was working on a kid's cartoon. But the production has now ended. At least my department has ended. So, it's back to drawing, back to commissions. That makes it sound like I don't enjoy it, but I do. I do like drawing and I do like doing commissions. It's very easy to lose stamina when doing commissions. And I have to be careful. I gotta be careful. you've got experience at least. Yeah. I will be like looking out for another one. I don't want to be doing commissions like as a full-time thing because I'll burn myself out a lot. But if I can do it just to kind of like keep myself going, then that should be okay. So I do have a prize sheet, but it's like hold on. These are my prices. The sketch and color one's like fairly popular, but like yeah, it's obviously not everyone's got the budget, like the money to do that, so this arm is really, really lacking. I try and like, can I push it even further? It's a little bit better. Oh, wait. Okay, I think. I'll give him a tongue. Go on. Go on. Wouldn't it be like roughly here? Where it's like, oh, Foxy, keep out. Is it in front or behind the... Yeah. It'd be sort of like kind of like off screen. Remember the FNAF 4 Foxy maybe having a tongue and then they changed it? Oh yes, I remember the the previews when they came out. Yeah. He had like a long ass fucking robotic tongue. I think I drew something like in reference to that. Did I? I swear I did. Didn't I? Did I draw? I drew some really dumb things. Was this kind of like... Hold on. I'm trying to... Ew. No, that's not right. I thought I did something with the... Okay. Guys, do you want to see... do you want to see a tutorial that I did back... Wait, when was this? 2015. In 2015, I posted a drawing tutorial about how to draw animatronic heads. You will not believe... Okay, oh my god, this is awful. Awful. Okay, oh my god. Right, let's have a look. I don't even know where this... Okay, this is obviously... Okay, I first start off by drawing a rough circle with the lines of proportion. Oh, I'm going to try and just... Can I move that out of the way? I'll just move that there. Okay. Then draw a slight semicircle that is just below the horizontal line. Then draw a circle depending on what angle you want the... Oh my god. Oh god. I then made the... What? I made the muzzle really curvy and thin, but that depends on what animal you're drawing. I dropped the nose first thing slightly higher than the... Oh god. And then add eyes with... which are very cartoony. Then adding on the... adding on the ears. And thin neck and some eyebrows. I remember you drew Foxy in a sitting position or a pose based on a movie or something when you made a video showing your old art. I know exactly which that is. Yeah, 10 years ago! 10 years ago! Oh. Okay. You're gonna see the worst thing ever. To the people who have not seen this before. So, oh god. So, when I started drawing and I got into FNAF, oh, so long ago, this was the 24th of September 2014. I drew Foxy in... Oh! My thing's gone off. Hold on. One sec. I need to... This is what happens, like, my feed goes off. It's very annoying. I need to, like, cast my iPad back again. Okay, while that is that coming back on or what? Sorry, hold on, I need to restart the program. Connect. Come on. Let's also get to around the 2-hour mark, so I should probably start heading off. But this will be the last thing. This will be the last thing. Okay, my stream's back on. Okay. That's looking really dope on my stream. That's looking really cool. Okay, yeah. Anyone that's just joined, I drew this. The top thing in the top right corner, I drew 10 years ago. This is what I drew now. Okay, anyway. So, back then, I would always draw things that I liked with other things that I liked, regardless of their... Remember when one of your old videos got negative reception over on Twitter? I've had some controversy in the past, haven't I? Okay. Yeah, I drew a lot of things that were not relevant to other things that I liked, and I merged them together. So, can you remember in 2014 where Iggy Azalea and Charlie XCX released a song called Fancy? And in the music video, Iggy Azalea was wearing an outfit that I believe was a reference to Mean Girls, I think. Anyway, she was wearing this yellow outfit with checkers on it, and she was at the podium at the beginning of the classroom, and that's when they started the music video. Wow. was oh so long ago. Yeah. It's readable. That is probably the best compliment you can give that drawing. It's readable. Yeah, yeah, that was the video that I did where I was like original characters, and I had some awful opinions. Should I play the video? I kind of want to react to it. I remember you frustratingly sing a song when you saw the drawing. Oh my god, wait, actually, I could probably watch the was it the FNAF drawings makes me cry. Video kind of no, don't say that, RJ. Shut up. My opinions were not valid at all. I had some awful opinions in that. I think it was just okay. I think the main problem of that video is like the examples that I provided and the people who I were talking about were not like drawing OCs for anything that was professional. They were drawing like OCs because they wanted to. They just wanted to draw OCs that they liked, regardless of like what like colors they use or how they drew them. At the end of the day, they were enjoying what they were drawing, and that's it. Like, and I was policing them on that. I was saying, no, you can't have rainbows in your character. Why not? Why not? Well, because it's not a professional setting. Because it's not, you can't put that in your professional Not every single thing is going to be professional. Oh, my thing went off again. Let me just turn off that. No, not that. This. Oh, animation. Yeah, I think there was like, I did a video on how, yeah, that was it. Yeah, basically, yeah. It was like, if it was for a show, if it's for like, if you wanted to draw something for a cartoon, then maybe you should follow some more like color theory principles. But like, if it's just someone's random OC that they're going to post to DeviantArt, like, that's not, that is who I was targeting. Why? And yeah, okay. Thank you, Finest, for being one of the furry artists that inspired me and got me to do YouTube and into Discord. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I'm really happy that I managed to do that for you. Okay, let me see if I can put on one of my old videos and we can react to it. I need like a window capture. Wait, am I doxing? Wait. No, I'm doxing my fucking chat. I need to open. I need to open up an incognito thing. I'm not sorry. I have to like private this fucking stream now. No one can see the awful videos that I watch. You do animation? Yeah. It's very like, it's not like I don't do it all the time, but oh, I realized I can't like do incognito because my video is privated. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Right. Let me see if I can set this up properly without showing my. Okay. Right. Can I pop? I can pop it out. Right. Let me pop out the video. Minimize. Delete that. No. Change. Wait, can I not? Unlisting time. Yeah, I know. The only thing I don't want to do is like game capture. I swear I can I not capture like a specific window? Search, no. How do I, I want to see if I can do this. Would this work? This might work, because you can't see my suggestions. My video suggestions. Okay, this might work. La 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 la. Window capture. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. Not that. Put my screen back up. Okay, hello. Okay, so we're going to watch one of my old videos about my FNAF drawings. And you can already see the one that I already put up.
Please let us get in. Don't lock us away. We're not...
Oh, I gotta hate my old intro as well.
Hi guys. Oh, it's me, Finest Elite. I don't know how else to do an intro. I don't know how to start an intro to this video. So hi, it's me. It's yay.
I am purple, yeah.
To today's video, another, I guess, cringy video, but instead it's gonna be based upon me and my experiences in the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. Now, actually, before I start into this video, I would have posted a video much earlier, but like I've been on holiday.
Oh, we don't care.
And also,
we don't care.
Season when we was doing artwork. Oh boy, there is a lot.
You can see I've already censored one of the folders.
There's a lot here. Ignore that. Don't look at that. I'm gonna blur.
Oh shit! Hold on.
I'm gonna blur that
Sorry.
one out because, yeah, we're gonna dive into some of my artwork and see the cringiness in it. Okay, I think we should start off with the Freddy folder. In fact, no, Foxy folder, because I first began drawing Foxy, so I'm gonna go into sort of by date, so we can look through the. Oh no! All right, here we go. So this is like the first one, the first drawing I ever did digitally. This was done on Photoshop, and as you can tell, I used the.
I would say something, but I feel like that sounds mean. No, just tell me. Just tell me, RJ. It's fine.
Pen tool to do this.
You got the emo sweepy side fringe. I mean, I still kind of got it now. It's just not covering my eyes anymore.
I didn't have a proper tablet at the time. In fact, I don't think I even had a tablet at all. Actually, that's weird because I did have a tablet, otherwise I wouldn't have wrote that. So I did have a tablet. Yeah, okay. I just wasn't good at line art. Please let us get in. Don't lock us away. We're not like what you think. What was in my mind when I made this? So in case you don't know what the fuck this is Foxy the Pirate in the position of of Iggy Azalea from her music video Fancy, and the first line she says is first things first on the list. Instead, it's first things first. I'm a pirate, and it drew me with the actual.
You can hear you can hear my skin crawl like in my voice in this video.
That she has. Why? Okay. This was the beginning.
This is kind of offensive. I think the file name of this was like, what I call this like Foxy and Drag or something like that, because this was like when FNAF 2 was being previewed, and they like did a teaser for Mangle, and people were wondering if this was like the new Foxy. No, that it didn't age well at all. This is like kind of
beginning of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 when we first saw Mangle, but we didn't know who Mangle was at the first. So I made a joke that it was actually just Foxy and Drag, and even the title up here is Foxy and Makeup. So oh damn it. Okay, moving on. I think I remember this got quite a few notes on.
Can I just say real quick, I was 14, 15, okay? I was really, really depressed. This is the only thing that gave me happiness. I would be really depressed at school. I would come home, and I would just go on Tumblr all day and draw for Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. And that would make me happy. And I'd go on Skype, and I'd talk to my online friends. I think this is the video I found you since I was into FNAF at the time. Really? God. I mean, how many... This got 112,000 views. So... People like this.
I don't know if you knew, but it was from a Vine by... What's his name? I think it's like Brandon something. I can't remember. And it was like... It's like a kid.
Oh my god, wait, are you okay?
Hey.
I'm fine now. Like, that was so long ago. I just had a very bad time in my teenage years. I didn't have a good time. It was not good. But I'm better now. I'm a lot better. It just wasn't great back then.
I didn't see you there.
Depressed but accomplished. I'm like depressed under different reasons. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not having trouble with that. It's fine.
I was too busy.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's what happens. I'm over it now. It's such a long time ago. Yeah, I'm very, very much better.
Looking out the haters, and for some reason I thought Foxy and that could correlate. Yeah, it doesn't. This is actually
depressed with taxes. Yeah, that's where my depression comes from. Is like how much it costs to live. That's the sad part.
But if you go into my early bits of my YouTube channel, there is a speed paint of this. I legitimately thought at the beginning that this was absolutely amazing.
I thought I
so many
ate it.
fucking flaws. Like there's the shading is too soft. Shadows don't cast like that. Second of all, these muzzles are just disgusting. This is gross. You know, I'm not taking that. I do kind of the same shit now, but oh my god, the title. But like, seeing my old art in that sort of context is the most friggin' creasiest thing. I actually got hate on this.
Did I put this on a t-shirt? I'm pretty sure I did. I got a bunch of my artwork and I went to Redbubble and I put it on some merchandise. And I swear I put this on a t-shirt or like you can get a sticker or a pillow. I don't know. I think at some point my account got terminated because I don't know if it was because it was inactive or because I was having... Of course, I was like, it is because it is. It's Blank Space by Taylor Swift.
Because if you also don't know, these are lyrics to a fucking Taylor Swift song. I was very proud of this when I first drew this. It was, I think I put this on a t-shirt at one point.
I do this a lot.
His mouth is like his bottom lip disappears right here. His jaw and his bottom lip vanishes. I don't. Everyone asks, what does the fox say? No one asks, how does the fox feel? Also, why did I do this? Why did I draw like this little like dent here, like this little lump? I don't know why I did that. Like his animatronic face got melted, and that one bit is just got melted and hardened, and it's just there forever. When you see another freaking lyric thing, why? I'm always like putting lyrics and get inspiration from them, and then like relating it to FNAF. This is from "Gives You Hell" by All American Rejects. So
The thing is though, is like, would you get away with this if the drawing was good? Like, if the drawing was really good, why is it always on the right? I don't know. Do you know if I noticed in some of my artwork that a lot of drawings that I do, I always have a character facing the left side of the screen. I'm always like a 3/4 view. They're always facing the left, I think, or is it facing the right? It's like it's not equal. There's like most of my pieces, they're always facing the left. And I only just noticed that recently. Anyway.
Lyrics and get inspiration from them, and then like relating it to FNAF. This is from "Gives You Hell" by All American Rejects. It's a really good song. Oh look, another
Why do I keep doing this?
Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. I don't understand why I did this. There's no relation whatsoever. Oh boy, here we go. I'm getting into the sexual stuff. Moving on. This is disturbing because of his freaking giant ass bulge. I don't understand his weird six-pack as well. This is the point where I start drawing six-pack on Foxy. Alright, we've gone through the cringy shit on Foxy. Now we're moving to Freddy, because there's a lot of cringy shit in Freddy. Let's see what...
God, I'm awful. I'm awful.
Doctor Who reference with Five Nights at Freddy's, the best. This I drew this in a submission because
was I vaping in this this video? I think I remember like vaping in one of my videos. You could like really hear it.
I think a Tumblr blog was like had a template of this and was like, yeah, draw something for Freddy, and I drew this, and I got a response saying like, oh, Freddy will be definitely proud of this. What is this? Why did I draw? Why did I draw this? I drew fucking Freddy on a unicycle. I legitimately.
Oh yeah, no, that's yeah. It's because it's me in the video. It's a video from like 7 years ago.
It ripped off like Orlando Fox's style, and I feel so bad about it. I'm fucking ashamed of my.
It's not the description of my recent glam rock Freddy drawing.
2014.
Wait, you did a glam rock Freddy drawing recently? I'll have to check that out. I didn't see that.
I don't know where. I don't know where I.
Wait, his face is so defined. Wait, let me go back. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So you know what I did a lot when I was sort of like figuring out what kind of style I wanted. I basically got. Oh, can I be sure? Okay. No. Okay. I'll have to see it in a bit. So there was a bunch of artists that did a lot of FNAF fan art a while ago, and I was very, some of the artists I really liked. So I drew this based on how Orlando Fox drew their FNAF characters. They were like a very well-known FNAF fan artist. They still do stuff now. They're very like well-known, but I just saw their work and I started copying how they did it. That's why it looks so different compared to the other drawings I did.
I'm ashamed of my 2014 self. I don't know where I got this from. Where did I get this from? I don't know. I think I was just watching the 11 Polka and I was like, I'm in the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom, I'm gonna make it relate. This is a weird picture because how Freddy's weirdly staring at Foxy. Why? Why? More human, semi-human.
Move on.
More, okay. My, you look tasty, come to Papa Bet and...
Oh, God. This is bad.
This is coffee, because it's nice. This got ripped off! This got stolen from me, by the way. I posted it onto DeviantArt ages ago, and then someone sent me a note saying, yo, this dude stole your art. And I was like, that bastard. Look at me, stealing more art styles.
This created a discussion in the comments, I remember. Like, when I said I'm stealing art style, I don't know if this gets brought up now, but like, back in like the mid 2010s, about like the art community, especially in fandoms and stuff, people had some really strong opinions about like stealing art styles, like that quote, and how like whether it's possible or like it's impossible to steal an art style. Art style theft. Yeah, everyone talked about it. Art style theft, pose theft. Like that was like a big conversation back then. I don't know if people talk about that now, but I remember when I said this in the video and everyone in the comments was like, you can't steal an art style. Like, they got really defensive over what I said, and I'm like, I'm just kind of like being facetious about it. I'm just saying it as like an over-exaggeration.
Not who the artist is, but they do quite chibi manga kind of style of the Five Nights at Freddy's characters, and they were very good, and for some reason I just thought it was okay to steal an art style. Well, that was interesting. Let's move on to some other cringy shit. I think there's some cringy stuff in... Oh, here we go. Here is some cringy shit. This is like the gold mine. But I haven't moved on to Bonnie yet, but like, let's have a look in here. Oh,
I always like reminiscing on old art.
I remember. Oh, no. Okay, I like that Dream Fight. I think it's called Dream Fighters. It's like a Vocaloid
Stop.
song.
The finest files. Get out. Fuck.
has like a whole dance choreography sequence, and I drew Bonnie, Foxy, and Freddy in them. Okay. Oh, look, another Vocaloid reference thing. This is Triple Baka. Yeah. You can see the freaking anime hand. Look at this yaoi hand. Look at this yaoi hand that Bonnie has. Anyway. This was quite
This absolutely, like... I'm pissing myself at this drawing. It's so funny that, like, I wanted to include all of them, including my human persona at the time, and my OC, my FNAF OC, the grey wolf, and I didn't have enough space to put a couch, so Chica just kind of, like, over the side, and Freddy's on the floor. This absolutely kills me. The fact that I'm trying to put significance of my character in the OC with the FNAF, they're just shoved aside. It's so, oh my god, I've got tears in my eyes.
Adorable. Look at freaking my old my old persona. I look like a right anime protagonist. That's my OC William. I'll get into William because I think I have a separate.
They stole your OC to make Twisted Wolf. Was that the wolf in the books? Because there was a book series, and I swear there was a wolf in that, or is that something different? It was? Shit. Is that a fine and streaming? Hi, Cat. Yeah. Looking at my old videos, my old FNAF stuff.
Folder for him. Obviously, I don't understand why the main character Freddy is on the floor.
I think the whole story thing I gave William, was just like, he just served people tea, and he was getting a lot of kids' attention because he was like different than the other animatronics, and Freddy got jealous or something and reprogrammed him or fucked up his wires, and he ended up like scalding a child with the tea. Tea in a pizza place is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. FNAF Pieces opens a little cafe section.
I don't get that. I love how fucking Chica, who I like the least, is just stood like, I'm just here. Oh, I didn't fit on the couch. Oh. So I made this joke that I could draw Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy, but I just could not draw Chica at all, and I don't think I don't think I can to this day.
Frederick Faz Buford's Tea and Crumpets. Frederick Faz Buford's. That's fantastic. That actually sounds like a British pub. Yeah. You could make like a FNAF. You could make it like a FNAF fan game, like a British pub with animatronics, and call it Frederick Faz Buford's. Wait, you're British? Yeah. Do I sound Australian? Sometimes my accent is like, it's got a mix of north and southern accent, so sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it sounds a bit weird. Yeah, like a bottle of water. Yeah.
Also, freaking look at that nice, like, manga nose as well. Oh look, more human designs. I don't know why I made it so Bonnie hates pizza.
That bit was so forced. Me trying to, like, force some comedy into this.
Pizzeria, the dickhead. Ooh.
Oh, they're my OCs.
Here's some freaking
Chris was a drummer.
shipping.
Oh, such a creative name.
Animatronic OCs, William and Chris. I don't own Chris
Why did you not cut that out? Because I wanted to be funny.
anymore. I gave it to my friend Brutus. Oh, look, more. I think this was a request on Tumblr, but a lot of shipping. Oh look, another fucking lyric reference. But this is
Okay, no, I know. Okay, this is a good song though. I still listen to that. I still listen to this song. Afterlife, Ingrid Michaelson. It's good. It's a good song. What was I gonna say? I drew something once. That just reminded me with like the kissing, and Foxy's doing the 6-7. Well, that's William. That's William. William up there's doing the 6-7. Oh my god. 6-7. Yeah. Amazing.
This is one of my favorite songs of all time. This is Afterlife by Ingrid Michaelson. One of my friends introduced me to this song. It's a good song, but I don't know why I related it to FNAF. I'm fun, right? Sure, if you...
Sure, if you have weed.
Why did I write that? Was it just some like a brainstorm that Freddy is into marijuana? I don't know. Oh my god, I remember this took me so fucking long to do. Oh wow. I think I was like really proud of that Foxy, but the rest are just look at me being all like, yeah, I own these. Look at me, I'm so important because I got 100 fucking subscribers on YouTube. Ugh. Okay, moving on to more cringy shit. I'm gonna go on to Bonnie because I remember there is one thing in there that I absolutely despise.
Oh no.
Okay.
You will be missed.
You know what? I'm gonna do it now. I don't know if I'll have to find it. I don't know if I still have it. No.
I killed Bonnie. I killed them.
No, it's there. My old
No,
Tumblr, like,
we're not playing this. We're not playing this. This actually kills me. This literally kills me. No, I can't do that. No, I'll just like okay, just for this context bit, I wrote a parody song of Concrete Angel by Martina McBride of Bonnie dying somehow. But do you know what's awful about this? Do you know what's awful about this? That song is about child abuse. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that on TikTok. I apologize. That song is originally about like that awareness. And it's a very sad song. Like, it's sad. It's very, very sad. So, what did my 15-year-old self decide to do? I decided to make a Five Nights at Freddy's parody over it. And not only that, I covered that song and then used Melodyne to make my voice robotic. I physically cannot play it. It makes me crease.
all right, I don't want to listen to it anymore. It's just fucking cringy. It's fucking. But yeah, that's what this is. That's.
It's so distasteful.
This is what this is.
Is it still up? I can make a Gasani tattoo and cover it. You can probably find it on my old blog. I am not telling you where it is, but you can find it on my old blog.
I don't know why Bonnie's head looks like an egg. I don't understand. Oh.
This probably has to be the worst thing I've ever drawn. This has to be the absolute worst thing I've ever done. The link was literally there a while ago. Oh shit. Well, if you go in the the VOD, you might be able to find it. This is so bad. So bad. They do look like surfboards. Why does he have such forehead? What's with the forehead? Why is there like this? Oh my god, it's awful. They do look like it. Looks like it looks like you can grab the ears and start playing them like a controller. Exactly.
Have to be like this is on par with the freaking Iggy Azalea Foxy, but this is the most disgusting drawing of Bonnie I've ever done in my entire existence. This is just so much wrong. I can't.
And I probably posted this too. I posted this to. Can you imagine? I posted this to TikTok. Can you imagine? I would be disintegrated by the comments. Disintegrated. I will not get out alive. They would hunt me down.
Draw Bonnie worse than that. No one can. Even fucking submit it. Submit your awful Bonnie drawings to me on DeviantArt, right?
No, don't.
And I will guarantee I will send you a personal reply saying, no, this is worse. That is amazing. Oh my god, I remember this. Okay, so in case you guys didn't know, I don't know fucking how you would know, to be honest, but I was actually...
I always have an issue with, like, sounding so condescending in my old videos. I still think that I do it now. Like, I don't mean to. No one ever tells me, though, but I listen to myself back and I'm like, why do I sound so condescending? Ugh. It's icky.
If you're on Tumblr and you're in the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom, I think you all know about the Dirty FNAF Confessions blog. I used to be.
It's probably just the British, or probably.
I think if you go back around 2015, 2014, you'll see posts from me saying NotSoFinest, and I think I did a drawing for it, but I left because.
It's because you're British. Thanks, guys.
exams. I was getting to my exam station. I had to leave, unfortunately. But I had such a fun time, like doing the. Why am I drawing Bonnie like weirdly tall? Like I know people draw Bonnie like tall, but this is just freaking.
It's like Bonnie Netta. They're like 10 foot tall, like the Umber Witches.
His head's way too small. And that's all my that's all my cringy Bonnie shit. Right, William time when I did an OC called William the Wolf. Oh yeah, look, this is my Chica folder. This just shows I didn't even draw the animatronic version of Chica. There's 2 human designs of Chica. And this is like my human Chica with gross, fucking, dirty, muddy, yellow shading.
Do you remember like the amount of like videos on how to like shade, and they always said never shade with black? What did I do there?
I don't. Oh, friggin' all of the
waste.
humans that was involved in Five Nights at Freddy's. I was a freaking complete stuck up to Rebornica at the time. You can tell because I drew Rebornica's Mike Schmidt.
That's definitely haven't heard that name in a while. Rebornica. Oof. Christ. That was a time. Yeah, Vincent, yeah.
Purple guy, more purple guy. I think I just drew my own version. Another purple guy, another purple guy. I did a speed paint on that and it has like 15,000
Did they ever draw a dad?
views. I don't know why.
Was it like blue dad? Green dad? I remember the red mom thing, but...
And Red Mom, even though that isn't an actual canon character, that's just a character that Reborn.
Red Mom.
Look, it's the very famous Balloon Boy drawing I did that actually has the most views on a speed paint on my YouTube channel. I think it has like 55,000 views, and it's fucking disgraceful. And then I drew a balloon girl, and that's disgusting. I mean, what's with the shading? Why is it so fucking muddy? I drew some string tracks as well, but they're pretty okay. I mean, this one's fucking disgusting. I spent so long doing this as well. For some reason, his head is just floating. Like, there's nothing to support it. There's nothing behind supporting it.
It's just wires.
It's just wires. I'll just say, it's magic. Alright, I'm probably getting into the most cringiest out of them all because everyone made OCs for Five Nights at Freddy's and mine were the most boring. Like, I can probably even... Right, okay, William the Wolf, I put it in basic on how he contributed to...
I already explained this.
Able.
Get onto the shit drawings.
What is with the colouring on the chairs on the table? There is no effort whatsoever. Also, it looks like his face was squashed as well.
Do you remember my FNAF OC? Yeah, it's your username, isn't it? Cascator. Was that their name? No, it wasn't that. What did they have a name? I remember. I can visualize it. I drew it once or twice. Yes. Okay. Good.
Well, oh look.
Bro, trying to hit the 10-minute mark. Well, it's 20. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Look, my frickin'. She's beautiful. You all keep denying it, but we all know that she is the most beautiful animatronic in all of existence. My anaconda.
That is iconic. No, actually, this is the most iconic drawing I ever did.
We all know.
I redrew this at some point. I don't know if I can find it, but I redrew that at some point. I'll play the video and I'll see if I can find it.
Oh look, my frickin'. She's beautiful. You all keep denying it, but we all know that she is the most beautiful animatronic in all of existence. My anaconda don't want none, and then I drew William trying to be all involved in shit. I'm like, please pay attention to me, please. That's what most of like my shit on Tumblr is. Oh my god, I need to make a video on my text posts on Tumblr because they are the worst.
I found it. One sec. Let me just save that. Joy. Not that. Let me just replace that. So that Chica. So here's. Let me go back to the video.
Tronic in all weather. Oh look.
There we go. So that's the old one, and then I redrew it. Yeah. Some of these have reaction image potential. I'm pretty sure that like me and a friend kept joking about making the Chica like an emote or like as a meme. Like we are obsessed with the face. It's yeah.
all involved in shit. I'm like, please pay attention to me, please. That's what most of like my
The remake is fun. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I drew that like a few years ago as well. Excuse me. I did a really good job. When did I do that? 2022. Yeah, I thought I did a pretty good job of that.
is. Oh my god, I need to make. Oh my god, on top attention seeker. Why did I draw like the body so fucking wide? This is what. My vape pen just made me gip.
I was vaping in this video. Oh, this is bad. 15-year-old vaping. And doing this. I was awful back then. I was so bad.
Not using it anymore. I think it needs more oil in it. I got an ask. I think
no
I
one
got an
cares.
ask 'cause I was like, guys, send me asks, and no one was sending me them, so I got my friends to send me asks. That's like fucking making a Facebook post, and then you like this post if I should do this, and then you like your own post, and you're like, okay, I'll do it. In my free time, I love to draw, but for Will, I'm not so sure of this.
Okay, but I kind of liked this culture on Tumblr. Like, there's something that is so nice about anons asking questions about either something personally or a question for their OCs or their personas, and a artist gets to respond in the form of a drawing to that question. I think that's really sweet. I think that's a really sweet thing to do back on Tumblr. But it does create some cringy moments like this.
Another fucking song lyrics thing, and this is How We Do by Katy Perry. Oh, I think I got asked to say who was my favorite or my least.
Those are so fun. They made me giggle and kick my feet. Yeah, they're good. They're good. That was a good. I liked when people did this. It was very cute. It like all people making like the ask blogs and stuff. Like, it was a fun time. Maybe draw Finny drawing in an animation studio with a model. Like I'm doing yeah. That'd be good. I'd love to see that.
Gang. If I'm honest, I say they're pretty great people. They don't scare me considering I'm probably stronger
Oh,
than them.
God.
Even to this day, I'm like, my Sona is like a fucking rip-off Goku. It's like a complete rip-off Goku who's so overpowered. But you know what? I have fun with it. So fuck you. I don't mind the rest, but Chica, she scares me. Yeah, William's a pussy.
Can you tell what I was into at the time? You'll see more of it. I think there's one other drawing I did that was based off Doctor Who.
Yeah, more. One thing that I like, and then I try to like freaking blend it with FNAF, and then it makes a monstrosity. It's like when I try to experiment with alcohol, mixing a couple of things together, and it tastes disgusting. It's exactly like a metaphor or a symbol for what this is. Oh, this was a freaking William.
Okay, that was a weird comparison.
Here's my art improvement. It goes from this shit. There's no improvement. Have any of you guys noticed how Bonnie looks like Bonnie's a he? How Bonnie's about to begin a dance sequence. Alright, Jeremy, time to dance.
Oh, fuck. No. Move on.
Not with his left hand.
Alright. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I think that drawing, I was in school at the time, and I was in art class, and I think one of my classmates saw that. I think I must have been checking my Tumblr in school, and they saw that drawing, and I didn't know how to explain it. And they were nice, they were really, really nice. Like, they didn't go off and talk shit behind my back about it and like embarrass me, but they did sort of look at it and sort of like give me a weird little like awkward laugh and like, oh right, okay, I see, yeah. Luckily it was like a really, really nice person, and they didn't like do anything after that. If it was like anyone else, I would have been screwed. It would have made school so much harder than it was.
And so that's all my cringy fucking artwork. Now
is that
time to
it?
move on to other shit that I made. So
Oh,
there are
God.
some stuff on my Tumblr blog that I didn't save, and so I'm gonna try and find some shit. I think I remember I drew like Freddie and Mike Schmidt like being all why? Oh,
To be
no.
fair, though, this was around the time that that one artist like drew Bonnie and Markiplier fornicating. So the only difference was like that they were actually really good at drawing, whereas mine was like not that good. But you know, I'd be like, that's gross, but they were also doing that too around the time, so.
Freaking me.
Yeah,
doing
that
voice
one,
acting
yeah.
With the finest Freddy's. This makes me cringe. This makes me cringe even more than my art.
Peaceful.
No! 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 Alright, everyone. Alright. Let's settle down. Let's settle down. Let's settle down. Settle down. Hmm. 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 I did. Must have been the wind. I did some voice acting for like random moments. Yeah, that was the time. The PTSD hit you hard, didn't it? Yeah.
I have a feeling of regret of what I'm uploading. Yeah, I did regret it.
Ahoy, matey!
Fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. Deleted my world in Minecraft. Don't remind me of my VC days. Oh.
Join me on the...
No!
Hey guys, did you know there's no fucking effort? I don't voice act FNAF anymore because I know it's cringy as motherfucking shit. Oh, here we go. Oh no. You're about to hear...
What's this? Oh, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing voice acting stuff. No, it's too much.
Has just a robotic effect put onto it.
No, don't play it.
Art streamer Foxy twerking sound good? No, it sounds fucking horrifying.
What?
What the fuck is that? You know, like, my last video when I reacted to a ton of DeviantArt cringe. I'm actually more sick of my own art than I am with that. Because, first of all, why the hell am I drawing animatronics twerking and Foxy being under the legs? And second of all, why do I keep fucking relating unrelated shit and mixing it together with Five Nights at Freddy's? Because I know exactly what the fuck that's from, and I'm actually gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna find it.
It's just that Tails were shaking off. Yeah, it's. I think that's it now. That's the last thing. Okay. Well, what did we learn? Well, we didn't really learn anything, but that was bad. You're so angry. I know. Keep tripping on your voice. I said this earlier, but like I noticed that like I was very like slurring on my words. Like it was almost as if like my brain was too fast for my voice, and it would cause me to like be more difficult to understand. Anyway, the only sort of thing that I would probably do now in terms of voice acting is probably like narration, because I do kind of like to narrate things and read things. But voicing a character, if it's not my actual voice, I probably won't. I'm not going to put on a voice. So, I noticed that too when being friends with you. Really? You noticed that, like, I was really Stanley Parable narrator. Yeah, I could probably do that. Yeah. Yeah, I look at my old stuff and I would think, why, like, the way that I talk is, like, sometimes, like, I can't move my mouth fast enough, or I'm talking too fast, and I just start slurring on my words, and yeah, slow down. Yeah, I'm currently on a waiting list to see if I have ADHD. I don't know if I do or don't. I'm still figuring things out, but sometimes I do look back and I'm like, there's a couple of connections I can kind of see. I'd like to be, yeah, like, when I talk, like, sometimes I can still talk pretty fast, but, like, I did a lot of and just as fast as I could. But now I'd like to be a bit, I can, like, actually talking normally. Like, me having ADD and having me tell you to slow down kind of clued me in that you may be slightly hyper. Probably, yeah. Well, I'll have to see how my waiting list goes and see what happens with that. Well, that was fun. I still have like many other videos that I've done. I'd much like to go and like watch back on some of my opinion videos, like the original characters, or I did that. Original characters, or my opinion on bases and stuff, just to see what views I had back then. Outdated views. But yeah. That was a time. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head off, because it's been almost 3 hours. I'm not sure when I'll next be on, but this was great. And I'd love to do some more drawing. I remember the opinion you did on a game that you did on an edit part of the Titanic. Yeah, that was the Super Farm video. That was like the bit where they were on a ship and they crashed into an iceberg, and I did like a bastardized version of the Celine Dion song. Sleep well, I'll be dreaming about your comics. Thank you. I don't know if you were here when I mentioned, but like on one of my posts, I don't know if it's on my TikTok profile, there is a link to my Patreon, and on that Patreon, if you join as a free member, I have the first like 3 pages of the comic written. Like, you can read it, like the first like first bit, as like a preview. So if you want to take a look, you're free to do so. It should be there, like on my profile. Yeah, that's as if you want to. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Really, really appreciate it. I hope to be back soon. More drawings, probably more talking about the comics, and maybe like a reaction on one of my old videos. I think that would be fun. So yeah, leaks it cutely. Yeah, for sure. All right. Have a good evening, everyone. See you soon.